Well, we have to end the news, but before we do, let's bring you our last story, and it's in Wa, where the Circuit Court in the regional capital, presided over by Justice Banforce in Japan, has sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in hard labor 26-year-old man for defiling a JHS 1 student and his 10-year-older done in the one municipality. The incident took place last year, where the veil of the victim was used to tie her hands and her panties pushed into her mouth just to prevent her from crying. Well, he was charged with assault and defilement subsequently, and he pleaded guilty to the former. JoyNews Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports that he was sentenced to 2 years and 15 years imprisonment on both charges, which are to run concurrently.
The victim is a 16-year-old junior high school 1 student. She was on her way to attend a program at the Nasiri II Park when she was approached by the two accused persons riding a motorbike. The young man requested to pick her on the motorbike to the park. The victim agreed and was picked, sandwiched between the two evil-intentioned Moscow-built young men. They, however, made a detour on reaching the frontage of the Ghana Highways Authority and took her to the Adabia Basic School at Dondoli. Principal State Attorney at the Attorney General's Department, Saeed Abdul Shakur, prosecuted the case.
They took her to a nearby school, pinned her to the ground. If you look at the medical report, there were presence of granules of sand in her vagina because she was raped on the bare floor. They used his head scarf or veil to tie her hands and then push her pants into her mouth to prevent her from crying. And then the first accused person, the accused person that was convicted was the first one who had his turn. After that, he held the girl and his friend also had his turn. They left the girl there, and then good Samaritans came by and rescued her, sent her to the police, and from there the investigation started.
The first accused, Rashid Munjamu, was charged with assault and defilement. He pleaded guilty to the assault but not guilty to the defilement. There was a second court judge, Justice Banforce in Japan, sentenced him to 2 years imprisonment while he continued the trial on the charge of defilement. He was finally found guilty by the court and sentenced to 15 years imprisonment in hard labor.
The court said in the judgment that the punishment was because of the premeditated nature. The fact that they picked this small girl, took her to a primary school, and had sex in tents. According to the court, this punishment will not do anything to take away the pain the little girl will be going through then and now. But it was just meant to send a clear message to the general public that it will not tolerate, or society will punish people who chooses crime as a way of life.
Plans are also afoot to get his other accomplice to be tried by the court.
As I speak, we have somebody in custody that fits the description. So we do an identification parade. If it turns out to be the person, we will start trial with him too.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
And that's it for the news. But we have more news as we review the newspapers next. Do stay with us.